Okay, so this is my last jar of the yogurt here, so I'm going to do this experiment here real quick. I was going to do it in the kitchen and make a recipe or something, but I just got to show y'all what it is with the coconut yogurt here, why this stuff is so epic. And just like, this is 5-day-old coconut yogurt. This is the super gourmet version. I go through these now and I just really take my time to cut all the little just cut it down to where it's just perfectly pure white meat of the highest order. Okay, so but check this out. This is what's so cool. This stuff is alive. Okay, oh, it's like, whoa, okay. You heard that, right? Oh my God, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So that's the yogurt here, and this is the medicine. This is the implantable microbiota. So this is like the version of the yogurt. Like if you eat the yogurt after just 4 or 5 hours on the counter, you're really nourishing yourself. But if you're using this yogurt, which is 5 days old, the bacteria in here have proliferated, and they've eaten a lot of the sugar, and they've turned it into like glucose right to your brain. They've turned the protein into amino acids already pre-digested, and they've turned the fats into like the most amazingly absorbable fatty acids. So the cool thing about this is that it's basically like, this is like digests like fruit, is what I'm saying, when you culturize this yogurt. But my point was, in all that, was that this is the medicine here for the people who are, you know, the probiotics or the processed food, after a lifetime of processed food, destroying and wreaking havoc on what should be a very powerful ecosystem of different microbiota is kind of my favorite word to say it. Just small microorganisms, which should be about 100 times more than cells you have in your body. And so these 5 strains from the Pyridime work together really well. They go down into the GI tract, and they actually live inside your GI tract, and they help you digest proteins and assimilate food. And when people get off track, and that's why I meet a lot of people and they're like, hey man, I can't really digest raw foods, I can't digest anything, you know, and I have a lot of bloating and gas and digestive problems. And that's a whole nother video in itself, because people just don't eat real food. They eat all this crazy stuff, and it's weird, and it's all mixed together, and then this enzyme cancels out this enzyme, and then it's a bloated mess, and there's so much mucus and bacteria and fungus and yeast and mold. So the probiotics are just a real simple, modern, and scientific way to start bringing back in healthy bacteria in your GI tract. And it tastes delicious too, because a lot of people were not breastfed, and they were fed soy formula, or even if they were, their mom's microflora wasn't that healthy. And even if that was the case and they were breastfed until about 3 or 4 years of age, we're dripping all over the place, you probably have been on 1 or more rounds of antibiotics, which destroys that. So really what it is it's called inner ecology, or terrain modification, like my friend Robert Cassar calls it. You know, so anyways, I just wanted to show you the pop, you know, because this stuff is like alive. It's going to squeeze out over the top. I'm going to have to lick it, but I'll probably do that off camera. And you can use this for, we're making a dessert right now we're actually using the cultured yogurt here, and we're taking some of the brand new, the super berry from Pyridime is finally here, which is a protein powder. You know Lou, he's all about the muscles and the strength and the power and all that, right? Because he's, back in the day, Lou used to be like majorly into like, Lou used to do 92 pull-ups. So he was trained by a Green Beret. I don't know how many of you have heard the story, but Lou, he's all about the strength and the strong and the muscles. So they put together a protein powder, and actually I took about 6 scoops of it when it first got here, and it did go straight to my muscles. So I'll be able to promote that for all the bodybuilders and the young vegans, because it's pea and hemp protein. But we took that and we mixed that with the coconut yogurt here, and then we throw some cherries in there So it's like it's just medicine, you know. So anyways, I was just gonna make a quick 30-second video, but you know DTM. So anyways, a lot of people are making the yogurt. You just take the coconut, you take the water, you take the probiotics, you set it on the counter for a few hours and let it really accelerate at room temperature. Then you put it in the fridge for 3 to 5 days. This is 5-day-old yogurt. It's like, I don't know if you can see that it's just alive. It's alive, and the thing is about it is that you get the glucose already pre-digested. So it's like, that's the beauty of the coconut and this yogurt, is that you get the fats that are healthy for your brain and keep you grounded and stable. Because you'll notice the people that eat nothing but sugar, cuckoo, you know what I'm saying? So you got to have some healthy fats. But you don't want to be bogged down with too much fats or rancid fats, so you get the good healthy fresh fats, because the coconut holds up really well. Then you blend it with some of the water, which has the sugar in it, which also feeds your brain. Like, the fat protects the brain and feeds the brain. But the other thing too is that the fat is a great source of, you know, energy that burns really stable. And I remember just about last week, when I ate nothing but coconuts for 3 days, I felt stronger, more stable, balanced, grounded, and energized than I'd ever felt. I wonder why I don't stay on the coconut diet permanently, but I actually got called by Spirit to just drink liquids to deal with some emotional stuff. So anyways, coconut. And then there's actually even protein in the coconut. It's an amazing food. I'm becoming the coconut messiah here on the island. I'm studying everything sprouties. I didn't even tell you, I don't think, the other day, but there was, I'm talking to you, lady. I left the coconut water in the car overnight in the warm sun, and when I woke up the next day, it was coconut wine. So now I got coconut wine, coconut sprouties, coconut yogurt, coconut meat, coconut milk, coconut fat. What else?
Coconut drips.
Coconut drips on the ground. I'll clean that up. It's on my foot. You got to get that on camera. That's actually medicine for this little thing I got here. That's what God's telling me. I got this little thing. I kicked something the other day. But anyways, that's my quick little version. I'm glad that this video happened, because it's been a while. I'm not saying I've been in a creative slump. I've been too creative. I'm like, my name is Dan McDonald. I'm living on light, and I'm scared to talk about it on YouTube. But it's because it's way too far out there. It is extremely advanced levels of consciousness where you're looking up at the negative ions in the air, and you're realizing as you breathe those in that that's what I am. I'm the sunlight. And that's not something that I'm very comfortable about discussing in detail and in depth. But I'll plant that little seed there and let you go at that. So anyways, if you haven't seen the coconut yogurt recipe, I did one about 2 weeks ago. It's freaking epic. You can use the young Thai coconuts. This is excellent baby food. But it's excellent for people all the way from 6 months old, if your baby's eating at that age, all the way to like 160 years old, when you're living the DTM longevity, no white rice lifestyle, you know. So get cleaned up and then use the medicines that are available to you, you know. And I just love the probiotics. And I know some people that are right close. They totally love the probiotics and the enzymes. And so it's just a cool thing, you know. It's just a tool. And I've been just blasting those things, using them with juicing. And there is so much more I could share, but for some reason these videos have to come out of spontaneously, because if I sit down and try to talk about the benefits of sunlight at the highest levels of consciousness and how you should use that to purify and regenerate yourself, it might come off as a dude who's like, you know, I don't know, that's just my little struggle. But anyways, there is so much consciousness and light available to you, and tools that you can use to access the infinite, you know. So anyways, that's enough. Just wanted to show you the epicness of the yogurt. It's light, creamy, fluffy, and it's alive. So it's a fat source that is alive. It's the most easily digestible, and you can do this with your nuts and seeds as well to activate them. I mean, it took me a while, to be honest with you. I don't know if I'm slow or what, but I understand the resistance to using things like enzymes and probiotics, and it took me a while and lots of experience to really catch on to what Lou Corona's been trying to get me to understand. all these years. And now, by accident, what happened is I left the yogurt in the fridge, because coconut almond yogurt does not last for 3 days unless you accidentally forget about it and go on a juice fast, and you look at it and you're like, damn, what a waste. And then you come back, like it was 3 or 4 days later, and I opened it up and I smelled it, and it was like, it smells different. Because when you, at the first day, it's sweet and full of nutrition. It's culturized, but only at the beginning of the process. This is full on culturized, like it's bubbling with life. So it's bubbling with microbacteria, which will go inside my gut, seep inside between the villi in my gut, colonize, and then if I do eat an excess fatty meal, or if you're eating cooked food, which I don't recommend, then at least these microbacteria will be sitting in between the villi in your guts, instead of like cooked mucus, worms that are on the meat, the fermentation from the grains. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Well, you make that face, but a lot of people eat that stuff. They eat meat, which I saw the little worms in it, and it was just freshly caught fish from the grocery store, and I bought it for Jackson, the little kitty, and there's a little worm crawling out of it, and I thought to myself, well, there's no wonder. It's the freshly caught fish? Come on, man, there's worms crawling out of it? That's weird, dude, because the flesh meats begin to putrefy the second that you stop the blood flowing through the animal. So that's why the meat's out for me personally. I don't judge anyone, let everyone eat what they want, but I'm just saying, here's the negative effects. Now, what are the foods that have no negative effects? Coconuts, they're pure life. Fruits, passion fruits, star fruits, bananas are an amazing food, pineapples, oranges, and the herbs that grow on the pharmacy here. The fruits and the herbs are the ones with the least amount of negative effects. Now, that's why I stopped kind of saying fruits and vegetables in love and started saying fruits and herbs, because really the vegetables, especially the ones that grow below the ground, which some of them have medicinal qualities, there's something about beet juice that's kind of cool, but at the same time it can be kind of heavy because it has a lot of earthy deposits. So if you can transcend those levels and become a being of light, you know, which is my own personal little private secret world I live in, and someday my heart's going to open up, and I'm just going to open up a special school for the gifted that are going to be able to see that, you know, we are beings of light. And yes, meat is condensed light as well, but so is this, with less of the possibility of some of those negative effects, which would be uric acids and parasites and fermentation. But what I was saying is that this cultured yogurt here will help to negate some of the negative effects. You can also just take the probiotics themselves, but the reason why I like the yogurts is because the yogurt helps to carry it through the stomach acid, and more of the beneficial bacteria makes it through. The thing about the kimchi or the vegetables, sauerkrauts, is they're transient microflora, transient microbiota, where the stomach acid destroys a lot of that, and it never even makes it to the small and large intestine. These strains here, that's the beauty of the thing that people don't understand, but that's why probiotics and enzymes are going to blow up in the next 3 to 5 years, and I'm going to be super stoked that I was way out there in front, because have been doing this for years already once it catches on, because of the digestive problems in society and the people that are having all these problems with their gut. But this stuff here will sink in and help to keep you healthy, and help to keep what it does is it negates the, you know, pathogenic microbiota. There's lots of different microbiota. You can have it's just like you can go to the ghetto and have garbage everywhere and have sewer system backed up, and they don't give a crap because there's no finances to clean out the sewer system. Or you can go to Mercer Island, where all the millionaires live. There's no garbage because they have a whole crew of garbage picker-uppers, and the sewers all run great, and the water system is great, and the water pressure's good, and everything's tuned up and toned up. Do you want to have like a ghetto body, or do you want to have like a tonified, high consciousness, everything's working properly type of body? And so there's all different kinds of tools. It's not just about probiotics and enzymes. It's a whole lifestyle that you want to live. And if you want to learn it, watch my videos, and I will do my best to kind of break through this resistance to the higher levels of being. But safe to say, get your microbiota proper with real food. Get your lungs proper with the freshest air that you can find and breathing exercises. And get your mind right by taking the time to rest and let go of like all these, the sadness of beliefs, the sadness, the heaviness, the big bags. I have an opinion. I'm going to slap this big bag of opinions on the table and cram it down your throat. Here's my religion. Here's my political stance. Here's my scientific mathematics. Like, dude, I'm exhausted. You win. You win. You're smarter than me. Okay, I have no opinion. Because none of that matters. So just lighten up. And, you know, I talk a lot on these videos, but it's cool to be just chill, quiet, peaceful, humble, serve the world. The more you learn, the less you know, and then the harder it becomes to make YouTube videos, is what I'm trying to say. So thanks for watching this one. If you know where I'm coming from, thank you. If you don't, thank you. Just doing my little thing here, you know what I'm saying? So thanks for holding the camera. Thank you for your patience. Thank you everyone for giving this video a thumbs up if you can dig it. If you can't, give it a thumbs up anyways, because it was pretty cool and this dude's doing his thing. I appreciate you very much. Have a great day. Peace be with you. Bye-bye. You can push the little, oh, look at that.